Well, good morning, folks. We are back at Universal Studios Hollywood to do our VIP experience. We've done RIP, now it's time to do VIP. Let's see that VIP badge.
There you go.
Are you excited?
All right.
So real quick, I want to make sure I point out Hollywood Photo Lens in case you're big on ride photos. We have 5 rides in this park that'll take your picture during the ride. When the ride's done, you can head over to their photo counter and take a look at your picture. If you're interested in buying it, ask them for a ticket. They'll save the photo on it. Keep adding photos to that same ticket all day, and at the end of the day, this is where you can renew and purchase them on the way out. That'll keep our time together moving more efficiently because buying the photos is just a bit of a process, but also they can bundle together all of your photos from the day to reduce price, save you a few bucks. Best of all though, if you don't have a ticket but you can remember what time we came off a ride, they can just look up your photo based on the time. These guys are the best.
Yeah, the VIPs are here. All right, roll out the red carpet. Here they come. Fresh out of caviar, though. Sorry about that.
Gabby.
It's called Hollywood Trip. This opens up next year, so you'll have to come back. Well, it's always exciting when we're working on a new ride. We're really excited for this one. To be honest, we've never really been known for our roller coasters at this point, so I hope this will change that. This is actually going to be our first ride to go upside down. We've never had that here. It does a lot of other stuff.
First thing of the day is the studio tour.
Welcome aboard your exclusive VIP trolley. For those of you I haven't met yet, I'm Zan. I'm going to be your other tour guide all around the Backlot. Hi, in my group this is Hannah. She's your other tour guide all around the Backlot. We'll be tag teaming this microphone, telling you everything there is to know about our historic Backlot, aboard the comfort and luxury of our VIP trolley, which is being driven by our driver, Jared. Warm round of applause for Jared. We got just a few safety rules to go over. Since we are on a moving vehicle, we do kindly ask you to remain seated while the vehicle's in motion, but also sometimes when it's not in motion, as we are quite theatrical here at Universal and are literally going to shake things up. So expect the unexpected. We'll have all sorts of special effects, including sudden trolley movements, rocking from side to side. There's going to be some fire effects, so we'll get a little extra toasty, and then most notably water effects. You'll learn throughout the day. We like squirting with at least a little bit of water on most of our rides in the park. The studio tour is no different. So take all the photos and video you'd like. Keep an eye on your phones and other sensitive electronics for when those light water effects come with spritzing. And finally, just make sure you've secured any of your signs that could fall overboard from the trolley. You'll notice how far these hip pockets go, or the windows come down by your hip pockets. Otherwise, that's it. Here on our Reddit TV posters chronicling some of our greatest hits here at Universal, dating all the way back to 1914. We have been on this exact location for 111 years, and since then, we've produced over 8,000 movies. This year alone, we've had big hits like Jurassic World Rebirth, the live-action How to Train Your Dragon, Megan 2.0, and guess what? We still have The Black Phone 2, and Wicked 2, and Five Nights at Freddy's 2. It's a big year for 2s coming out. On your right's Fire Station 51. We are an actual city, Universal City, and as a real city, we need a real fire station, especially how flammable the studio is. It's just because of the materials we used to build our sets and film stock. That celluloid that we used to record in our archives is just full of it. So we have a fire station if we're, you see that big stage 12 on our left. Take a look at your screens. All these productions filmed in that room. These are some of the most famous scenes in cinematic history, and who'd have thought they all filmed inside of the same room?
Yeah.
Albeit a very large room. Stage 12 is actually our largest and oldest stage on the lot at about 29,000 square feet. You can see a little peek inside some other ones. Looks like stage 9, they're moving in as a makeup and prep area. But as VIPs, we now have the exclusive opportunity to step foot on the studio property. We want to take you inside of a soundstage to really show you what we're working with when we produce our movies and TV shows.
Welcome to Soundstage 7. What you're standing in is the foundational building block of just about any movie or TV show you've even ever watched. Yeah, when we're doing, even sometimes reality TV shows, we'll film in soundstages. They're not as real as they would like you to believe. But in here we can create entire worlds, and this is kind of how it's been ever since we started recording sound in movies. The earliest movies, when we started making them back in the 1900s, early 1900s, they were all silent. When you went to go see a movie at the theater, there might be a live piano player there playing music to let you know what kind of a vibe or tone we were going for, but that was it. And so we were so not worried about sound that we used to invite guests like you to come watch us film our old Western movies. We seat you up in grandstand bleachers. It was like you're watching a big sports match or a WWE event, because we'd encourage you to cheer on the heroes and boo the villains. It amped up our actors. It was a really fun atmosphere, and maybe it was too good to last, because once we started recording sound, we had to start paying attention to the noise made on sets. And for a while we closed the studio to the public, and we had to start building these warehouses that keep them about 95-98% soundproof when those doors are closed. This is one of our older sound stages too. The newer ones are like, they say 100% soundproof, but I mean, nothing's ever really 100%. What makes them so quiet is just how thick the walls are. You'll notice on our way out, the door frame, how thick that is. It's solid cement all the way through. But the extra ingredient that takes it the extra mile, you'll notice the interior wall is lined with a fabric. It's called insult quilt. It's essentially like a move-in blanket or a mattress topper with some chicken wire over it, and that drastically dampens the echo in this room. And Psycho, yeah, the shower scene was filmed in here. So that so much history is just layered upon itself on such a short amount of space. And again, this is just one soundstage of 36.
Yeah, right there on your screens, that's what was right where we were standing until just a few weeks ago. And in fact, even the sunlight that's coming in the back doors and window, that's not real sunlight. Those are artificial lights on our set. Because a regular day on a film set will be at least 12 hours long of shooting, if not more. And usually we're only filming about 4, maybe 5 minutes of the movie in that time. So we need it to look like the same time of day from sunrise to sunset. And so time of date control is something that we love about our sound stages, but the sound control is always the biggest factor. Now let me show you what Superstore looked like in the same exact building we were just in.
I know it's hot in here, but let's have some patience for one another.
Yeah, you know, the heat makes us all act.
If your face stays where it is, it's gonna get punched.
Yeah, and it's been a lot of TV for a while now on our lot. Nowadays, our biggest blockbusters have budgets big enough to film out on location, and they may film 1 or 2 scenes on our lot, but from week to week, it's been so much TV. Behind Ted, we have our production bungalows. These are offices for some of Hollywood's biggest writers, directors, producers, and some of your favorite celebrities are also writers, directors, and producers. We just passed Death Row Pictures, that's Snoop Dogg's production company. They just moved in because, well, Snoop Dogg returned as a coach on The Voice this season, which just filmed in our lot. And we're also, I've heard, working on a Snoop Dogg biopic. How cool would that be? We also have Kevin Williamson's office. He's the writer of the Scream franchise for my big horror fans. Almost 30 years later, he's now working on Scream 7. Down this driveway, Mark Platt's office. You can see that Wicked balloon. He's the producer of Wicked, both the movie and the Broadway musical. And yet, he's also found time to produce a whole bunch of other movies, most recently the live-action How to Train Your Dragon, and the old Alfred Hitchcock office in Bungalow 5195. I told you we filmed his TV show on the lot in Psycho, and well, that was his office. We're about to. They're almost ready for us on set. King Kong has been the headliner of the studio tour now for almost 40 years. This is actually the second version of King Kong. The original was a fully practical animatronic King Kong in the heart of our Metro sets where we just passed. And the creation of him was really kind of fueled by the changing in the industry. We started doing the tour back in the 60s, just about everything filmed right here on the lot. But by the late 60s and early 70s, production started to film off the lot, on location. And so during our quiet seasons, there wasn't as much visible production for our guests to see. And so we started building these attractions so that no matter when you came to visit, we always had something exciting to show you. Like, yeah, maybe Tom Cruise or Brad Pitt is not here today, but King Kong is always here. He's not going to be signing autographs, so he's going to be beating up some dinosaurs. With that said, they are ready for us on set. So as a reminder, remain seated, hold on to your loose items. It's going to get bumpy. All right, pictures up, everybody. Pictures up. We got the cast lined into set, headed to first positions. No rehearsals. We're going right into it. And we've only got one shot at this. This is last looks. Special effects team, stand by. All right, everybody, put on your 3D glasses at this time. We are back on Skull Island. Lights, camera, action, and cut. Check the gate. We got it, friends. That was King Kong 360 3D. One of the world's largest and most intense 3D experiences. You may now remove your 3D glasses. Don't lose them. We'll collect those from you in a little bit. Well, that amazing presentation was brought to you by more than just Peter Jackson. It was also animated by the incredible artists at WetFX. They've done the visual effects on some big blockbusters like The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings movies, and of course 2005's King Kong. They also did the Planet of the Apes movies, and the Fate of the Furious, and Furious 7, Game of Thrones, Justice League, a bunch of Marvel stuff. The list goes on forever. We are now headed, though, to the furthest reaches of our lot to take you to one of our utility buildings. This is the prop warehouse. What made sets like Bel Air and Superstore look so realistic was so much more than just the walls and the ceiling of it. It was everything in between. That is going to be on a show like Superstore, a rack of greeting cards and backpacks.
Some patience for one another.
You know, cell phone cases, behind the desk calculators, cup of pencils, and some binders. That's what makes it feel authentic. We call those items props, short for property. It's anything we can use to decorate a set. Small as a paper clip, as big as a grand piano. And this building on our left is where we store those paper clips and those grand pianos and a few 100,000 other props. Now, this is the most exclusive visit on the VIP experience for a couple of reasons. For one, this is the one area we get to go in even when it's being used by production, which is pretty much every weekday. And then this is also the most exclusive visit, because once inside, this will be the one time in the entire day we ask you to take no photo or video. Top secret stuff.
The costume department. Unfortunately, no filming or video inside.
The good place. This is the afterlife for the good place.
Eleanor Shellstrom are dead.
Cool. But in my opinion, there's so many different productions as well as The Good Place, which I love, that also filmed here that I'm obsessed with, like Genovia, The Princess Diaries 2, Royal Engagements, for the parade scene with Anne Hathaway, young Abigail Breslin, Tortuga, Port Royal, and Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl. It was also seen as, Paris in 2011 for a debut for the Frog of Miss Piggy, Randy Cinderella with Whitney Houston, Whoopi Goldberg, Jason Alexander, Bernadette Peters, but most importantly, The Monster. Not being chased in the streets by Dracula right now. Kind of alleviated them from those stressful situations. We still love our monsters today. They represent someone who's an outcast to society, misinterpreted by people, right? Speaking of our monsters, on your right-hand side, Park Lake is also known as the Black Lagoon from Creature from the Black Lagoon, so one of our monster movies.
Lion Estates. Good old Back to the Future. And then over there is the lagoon for Creature from the Black Lagoon, just beyond the black fence there. Amazing how they could shoehorn all this in here. But they own a lot of acreage.
At the studio, found a tall Lincoln gentleman working on the Backlot by the name of William Henry Pratt, later changed his name to Boris Karloff. That's who you now know as the Monster. And the real Dr. Frankenstein was makeup artist Jack Pierce. That's him doing the makeup. It took 4 hours to put on, 4 hours to take off. That's what it looked like on the screen. And this was so scary for its time period that Boris Karloff was instructed to wear a burlap sack over his head if he was walking away from set. So scary, they hired nurses to stand in the aisleways to catch people from passing out, to wheel them to the hospital for being so scared. think it's funny because now this guy's up in our theme park high-fiving your kids in front of Starbucks. So we've grown very accustomed to this image, right? And horror means nothing to us anymore, at least not these ones. Now we've got some crazy kind of horror movies. But I'm going to drift away from that because this is something really exciting that's only happening today. This is Soundstage 50. We have a big NTA movie working on the Backlot. I told you guys about that. We can't talk about it, but they're not working in this soundstage today. So they've allowed trams and trolleys to drive through it. And so, obviously, whoa. Sorry guys, it's just a little tremor. We're good. If you look over to your left, this is going on a little longer than expected. Earthquake on the Richter scale. For those of you from California, that was Tuesday, everybody. That is our attraction, Earthquake, that has been here a part of the studio tour since the 80s, first created for the disaster movie, Earthquake. If you've done the studio tour in the past years, you may have noticed that actually got a little bit of a facelift recently, as we do here in Hollywood after a couple decades, right? We are going to do something far more relaxing now. We are going to go to the beach. We have a beach around the Backlot. It's called Amity Island. Some of you may have heard of it. Famously known for a shark problem. Don't worry, it's completely under control. They caught the shark this morning. My friend George is working today. It's his first day on the job. He just passed training, so this thought it'd be a nice thing for us to come out and wish him well on his first day at it. Oh, well. Oh, shoot. Oh, no. George? Are you winning? Oh. You're so weird. Okay, Jerry. I'm so sorry about this, guys. You know what? I gotta cut our trip short. Jerry, you can really step on it. Get us out of here. All right, guys, go ahead and give a hand to our animatronic shark. Actually, don't give him a hand. You may not get that back. But right now we're heading into a different area of the Backlot. I don't have a great segue for it. So weather plays a very important role in creating the overall tone and atmosphere for the scene of a movie. If we say a thunderstorm on screen as an audience, we assume something bad's about to happen. We're going to make a thunderstorm right here in Old Mexico using practical effects. Right now we've got thunder coming from surround sound speakers, lightning, which comes from strobe lights, and of course to complete our storm, we are going to need rain. So, guys, go ahead and cue the rain. And rain comes from sprinklers. Now, rain is a little hard to be seen by your cameras. This is why we have to backlight it in most movies. Shine light towards the water so it's seen. But this is a great example of practical effects. We know about visual effects. That's all computer generated. Practical means it's drilling right in front of you. You have complete control of these environments when they start and when they stop. For example. Okay, guys, that's enough water. Let's go ahead and cut the rain. Guys, cut the rain. Guys, whoa, guys, turn it off. Oh no, that's too much water. I'm so sorry. It looks like we got a flash flood. Let's go. Yeah, light again. I knew that was gonna happen.
You cannot run the wolf, kid! Yeah, we'll see about that. Hang on, funny motion!
That we never get to do here at the studio tour. I know you guys enjoyed Jaws so much. You guys want to go watch the backside of Jaws and watch that shark scaring people. We get to go take pictures on the dock too. Alright guys, so we're going to wait for a tram to roll through, which will be soon, but hang out right over here. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about the movie Jaws while this is also happening too. So, this is not the set of the movie. movie Jaws. I hope you guys know. They filmed over on the East Coast, and feel free if you don't want to face the sun, you don't have to either. They filmed on the East Coast, off the coast of Martha's Vineyard, which is why when we say that the shark literally sank to the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean, it did. Because we had tested it out in salt water here on the property, and when we brought the mechanisms over in fresh water, when we brought it out to salt water, corroded the mechanics, and that's what made it sink. And that's what made it a hell of a shoot. And so it delayed the production by 100 days is what I was saying. Jaws was Steven Spielberg's very first big motion picture. He was really trusted with the company. He got to start here at Universal, and he was directing some episodes of the TV show Columbo, and then they offered him the movie Jaws because the original director couldn't differentiate the difference between a shark and a whale.
What?
It's really weird. But Jaws is based off of a book. He kept calling it a whale. And they were like, you're not getting it. So they took a chance on the Steven kids. Jaws came out. Nobody was at the beach. I still talked to my dad about it today, and he was 11 years old, and he goes, I ran away from that beach, but you know what? They ran to the movie theater. They wrapped around the block of the movie theater. They would go into the movie theater, walk outside, and get in line again. They called it a blockbuster. It was the very first blockbuster, summer blockbuster, right? So that's where that name came from, and it was the highest grossing film for 2 years straight. Until little buddy George Lucas came out with that space sci-fi a couple of years later, which George Lucas actually wasn't really getting the script seen for Star Wars. So his buddy Steven Spielberg, with the success of the movie Jaws, actually passed that script along, and we wouldn't have gotten that script scene if it weren't for Jaws. So that's why it means so much. And Verna Fields is actually one of the only people who won an actual Academy Award for the movie Jaws in the summer of 1970. This would appear in the beginning of all those episodes, just in case you're wondering what this set is actually for. I mean, we use every inch of Backlot to film. On your right hand side, we're seeing that house called our Chicken Ranch, used for the musical The Best Little Horror House in Texas, starring Dolly Parton and Burt Reynolds. For horror movie fans, that's the Firefly House from Rob Zombie's House of a Thousand Corpses. And for music fans, that's where LMFAO apologized for Party Rocking in their music video starring Party Rocking. That we like to call Wilderness Road. If you look to the left and right, it doesn't really seem that interesting. This is just undeveloped land that we have here due to our monsters. We are the only movie studio that really has this, but we use this for filming too. In that clearing right over there, that's where Sandra Bullock had a campsite for the kids in her movie Bird Box. On your right hand side, it's a perfect place to hang an overturned limousine off the side of the cliff like we did in an episode of 911 starring Angela Bassett. So we will happily film from the convenience of our movie studio rather than travel to the actual wilderness sometimes when we don't have a power source nearby, or 3 Starbucks to caffeinate the cast and crew, coffee department, people's homes and cars and stuff like that. A lot easier up here. Speaking of cars, if a car appears on screen, we call that a picture car. On your left hand side, we're going to be passing by some picture cars. We got the original Glamour tram from the 1960s. This is what the tour used to look like. The gyrosphere from Jurassic World, missing the glass because, well, the glass was all CGI. Never had a glass in front of that. Glass can be reflective. It shows you everything happening behind the scenes. The Jeep from Jurassic Park. We got Flintstones vehicles back from the Stone Age. No engine in them because they're foot-powered, of course. We've got Dominic Toretto's Black Dodge Charger right over there for Fast and Furious. Paul Walker's Nissan Skyline, some other fast cars, and then maybe the biggest star out here, Bumblebee from Transformers, hanging out next to the Decepticon police car named Barricade. We finished building the exterior of the structure so Norman and his mother can live here comfortably. And you might even see Mother in her rocking chair in that top left window. Norman? Oh, shoot. I had no idea he was going to be here. Norman?
Norman!
Well, one more comes to the next. Welcome to the set of War of the Worlds, directed by Steven Spielberg. This is the airplane crash site from that film. They're asking, real or fake? Real or fake? The airplane is 100% real. It's a real Boeing 747 torn apart for the set. Although it doesn't look like it, I promise you the plane had a perfect flight record. It was out of commission when we bought it in the Mojave Desert for about $60,000, which isn't too bad for an entire airplane. We do like to say that they'll always get you the shipping and handling though, because it costs us about $200,000 to ship this to set, estimating $300,000 roughly for this set alone, and it only really appeared in about 3 to 4 minutes of the movie. That's it on your screen.
It's all
right over there.
designed around the vision of Steven. When we first get to sit down and talk about War in the World, I thought, what if the 747 goes down right in a big neighborhood? Because it's just something you don't see.
Now, we've talked about great directors like Hitchcock and Spielberg. Another one that's rocking the horror genre is director Jordan Peele. These are the sets of his newest film, Nope, and here's Jordan Peele to introduce them.
Movie magic only happens when a team of collaborators, often in the hundreds, work together to take an impossible notion and bring it to life. This is Jupiter's Claim, a nostalgic, small-time Southern California amusement park owned by former child star Ricky June Park.
So, a little bit more about these sets is they were constructed in the Santa Clarita Desert, a couple hours north of here. That's where they filmed the movie, and then deconstructed when they wrapped filming, so that they can open a part of the studio tour attraction the day the movie premiered in theaters. First time in Universal history they've ever done something like that, open an attraction same day as the movie. But also is history making for director Jordan Peele, and makes him the very first director of color to have a permanent set here on the Backlot, which is awesome. He was inspired by the directors he gets to have sets next to. He was inspired by the studio tour attraction. If you haven't seen the movie, no. The big thing you're supposed to know is that if you're in a movie and you hear this sound, you are instructed, no matter what, to not look up. I'm not even gonna count anymore. I saw half the trolley look directly up. And so if you looked up, congratulations, you're dead. You want to survive a horror movie? Make wise decisions. People in horror movies don't make smart decisions. If you see an axe murderer go in the closet, you can run the other way and call for help. No, you can go in there, open the door, try to fight him. Now you're dead. On your right-hand side, one of the last things we're seeing, this is my favorite place on the Backlot. It's called Falls Lake. Doesn't look too interesting, but underneath, you see this huge pit filled with water, billions of gallons of water, and they got that big blue wall that we can use for visual effects. We filmed some really cool scenes here. On your screens are just some things that filmed here, but things that are not even mentioned here. The Truman Show with Jim Carrey, the very last scene where he rows the boat up to the wall, walks up the steps and says goodbye to the camera, is done right out there. Music videos like Harry Styles' Falling music video, Beyonce's Formation music video, TLC's Waterfalls music video, the Cornucopia scene from Hunger Games Catching Fire, Top Gun Maverick had some fighter jets out here, Mermaid Lagoon from Pirates of the Caribbean. What else? Dunkirk even. And even a really big NDA that we just closed out over there, and that was really exciting to watch. Can't talk about it, so sorry. But guys, we have been making movies for over 110 years, making people laugh, cry, sit at the edge of their seats. We're part of a huge movie-making family here in Southern California, composed of thousands and thousands of people that are constantly working every single day, 12 to 14-hour days to bring entertainment to your screens. I always like to say here at the studio tour, we hope that we don't ruin movies for you guys by telling you what's happening behind the scenes, but rather encourage you guys to stay for the credits. Next time you're watching a movie, appreciate the long list of names of everybody who was helping out, because if even one person's name was off that list, it would be hard to do the movie without them. One person we couldn't do this tour without was our amazing driver, Jared, so let's give it up for Jared.
I think I detect a future Quidditch player or two amongst our younger visitors. You look like a pretty nasty.
I'm already knows what these spells you see.
Mom, you're making snow.
Why is that always happening? Come on.
Don't worry, there's room for all at the match. If I went
can shoot up into the sky without notice or stop at a single edge. Therefore, it's not recommended for those with air.
So now it's time to exit Hogsmeade. unfortunately, boom! Fast and Furious, Hollywood Drift, staring right at you.
Do not overlook our deviled eggs. They're really weird, and they're in the dessert area. What's up with that? It's a specialty food item that we usually only sell during Halloween Horror Nights. It's part of the Fallout menu, but we have it here for you today, and it's not actually an egg at all. It's a gelatin coconut panna cotta with some pineapple mango filling and some like chamoy on top. It looks like a deviled egg. It is not anything like a deviled egg. Give it a try. You might not like it, but I always love trying weird things. But
That is the tiniest Mel's ever.
Disappointed!
Wow.
So little.
Nothing like Orlando.
Okay, we're spoiled going to Orlando.
Now it's time for lunch at the Moulin Rouge.
Hamid, where are you from, Hamid? Oh, shalom, shalom, okay, achshav, oh. All right. How are you?
I'm good. Can I get your picture?
Come on over.
Oh, okay. A picture with you?
Now they do have ride vehicles in there. Looks like the transfer track for the maintenance area. But cars are on site for the Fast and Furious coaster here at Studios Hollywood.
the production studio that brought you animated hits like Secret Life of Pets and the Despicable Me movies. They did the Mario Brothers movie for us. Next one's coming in a couple of years. And so we have a couple of rides dedicated to their movies, and I thought we'd start our Act 2 with Secret Life of Pets Off the Leash. On this ride, you are all stray puppies going to the adoption fair, and with the help of Max, Duke, Snowball, the rest of the pets, we'll try and get you adopted by the end of the ride. This one is a very slow-moving conveyor belt style ride, very gentle and very air-conditioned. No virtual projections, it's all real environments from this ride. So come on in, puppies, let's get you adopted.
By the way, it's your turn.
Okay. Whoa.
I'm gonna win.
Oh, this is too stressful. Can't we play biscuit checkers or tic-tac-toe?
Hey, you in the back. No chewing first. See, this is the kind of thing that won't get you adopted. People do not like to have their stuff chewed. Listen and learn, puppies. Look, we gotta find you guys a family while you're still puppies. We got a ticking clock, and you're not getting any cuter. Luckily for you puppies, there's an adoption event happening right now at the pet store just a few blocks away. But we gotta hurry. Adoption day is almost over. Plus, if I'm being totally honest, I do not have the greatest attention span. This thing goes on for more than like another 20 minutes. I'm getting bored and zoned out. Okay, back to the plan. This is a map of the city. Believe it or not, I drew it myself. Okay, look, it's a little abstract, but the point is, that's me, that's you, that's the pet store. Now, I've made it my personal mission to get all of you stray puppy dogs adopted, and I will not let you down. And then I'm gonna frame this, because this is a work of art. Now keep going this way. We're gonna sneak through the building storage area. If anyone discovers you, it's all over. But don't worry, everyone will be looking at me. All right, keep it moving. You in the back, why are you moving so slow? Use that puppy energy. Move it. Move it.
Trick or treat.
Stop working!
This ride is a full movement simulator. I describe it as the driving movie. Bunch of little pods are all going to be watching the same movie screen, and they're all going to peek around. It looks like you're going on an adventure for a Bruce Factory. Was anyone not going to join for this one? You just not shut up, that guy. Come on.
You're all here because you want to work for me. I usually take this time to interview new recruits one at a time, but I'm working on something really big today, so I'm going to have to do this kind of quick. Hello, I'm Gru. What's your name? Where are you from? Well, that might be aggressive. Question. And thank you. Anywho, one moment. This is good. Matilda Fario, as Add more dynamite. I want a bigger boom. You didn't hear that. Anyway, yes, you will be turned into minions. Months ago, my chief scientist, Dr. Nefario, created a device that could turn everyday boring civilians like you into minions. Before we begin your training, we need to do a routine body scan. Can't have you bringing any human germs into the lab. It's nothing serious, just some high-density lasers. They're very, very powerful. It will not hurt me a bit. Uh-oh, we have a problem. It appears that some of you have not showered in like a week. Gross! Not naming names, but it's those guys! Lucky for you, I'm in a bit of a time crunch and I'm feeling generous. But you better shower when you get back to your hotel. And don't go right to the pool. As for the rest of you, if anyone's thinking of backing out, I warn you, I will hit you with my fart gun. Oh yes, I'm packing Pistola de Peo. Whether will it be minions or farts?
Minions or farts? Yeah, and no way will we shoot you with a fart gun.
Oh, no?
Hey, it smells like banana.
Okay, future minions, the corals are going to handle your training.
Oh, yeah. You people are so doomed.
Oh, don't listen to her. Although, she's usually right. Good luck, everyone!
But Guru, wait! He's gone, Agnes. It's the anniversary of the day he adopted us. Do you think he forgot? Of course not. It'll be okay, Agnes. Come on, we have a job to do. Let's do this! Okay, everybody, see you in the lab. This is gonna be good.
Now it's the most scariest ride. The escalator to the lower lot. But check out this overbank
So this
too.
here will be the finale of the coaster. It's going to go over with some wrap underneath the escalator. And there's just one more upside down before going back to reload. Vehicles will also have full 360 motion on the track. And that's what the Hollywood Stunt turning into those.
Please hold the handle at all times and attention to the aircraft. For their safety, children are not walking around the escalator in storms. Also, there is no smoking place. As you step on the escalators, please stand in the center of the step, keeping your feet forward and avoiding the sides. Face forward at all times when on the escalator and remain standing. For your own safety, please do not sit on the steps. Thank you.
You can see now we've started adding bowls to help contain the sound of the coaster. It's right here. The sound carries further today. Way out, you can see a poster for Hacks with the moon on it. That's right by the top warehouse. And the wind is carrying just right. Out there next here, the music from Harry Potter, Harry Mountain. Yeah, some of the walls have the big music from the added items. A lot of stuff. But track is filled with gravel, which actually will contain the sound of the vehicle. With that 360 motion on the vehicles, we can make sure to turn our guests away from the studio, what we're calling key screen moments. So all of these things are working to make sure it doesn't get too loud. One thing I wanted to point out to you now, though, we weren't able to get a closer look at it earlier because of production. But from up here, you can actually see the clock tower from Back to the Future. It's changed more than that over the years, but it's really the clock that gives it away. So take down the clock, it's invisible. Right now on the TED TV show, The Teddy Bear, that's Ted's high school. This ride originally opened up way back in 1996 at Jurassic Park, and after over 2 decades of thrills, we closed it down for a year-long makeover back in 2018 to update it into Jurassic World. So that means new dinosaurs like Blue and the Mosasaurus, that's the big swimming guy, the Dominus Rex, and tall as that second escalator up there. Just one slide, 2.5 seconds. It's true, you may not want to ride it. Structurally though, it's the same ride it's always been. Very slow, very gentle, just that one big thing.
Who likes to splash around in the water. You may even see our new baby Stegosaurus, one of the latest additions to our Jurassic World family.
Hold all boats in safe zone.
Listen to me. Do not panic. If you can see me, I need you to keep your hands inside the boat. The slightest movement will set these animals off.
Yeah, baby.
With Nintendo, what was important to Nintendo, as much as making sure it looked and sounded like the video games, was that it also had a gameplay interactive component. And that's why we sell the power-up band. So there's only one ride here in our Super Nintendo world, Mario Kart. You don't need a power-up band to ride it. A power-up band unlocks all these other activities. There's a subplot going on in the Mushroom Kingdom. Bowser Jr. stole the golden mushroom. He has it locked up in his castle over there. It's not a ride, but a game where you're on your feet, you see your shadow on the screen, you're moving around, dodging bullet bills, and waving your arms, shoot fireballs just like Mario. You can't just storm in there, those castles locked up. So first you collect 3 keys for winning some of these physical challenges. Once you got your 3 keys, and then you can go see Bowser Jr. Beyond that, just like Mario, you can collect coins by bumping all the blocks in the kingdom. We have online leaderboards you can track on our Universal Hollywood app. and over 130 digital stamps you collect by completing objectives. So it really is a whole video game brought to life. It needs your help. You're going to be racing on Team Mario against Team Bowser today to win the Universal Golden Cup. Now, unlike our other rides, this one is an interactive game ride. It's up to you whether you win or lose the race against Bowser. So before I tell you how to win, what you need to know physically, this is a slow-moving indoor dark ride. No faster than Transformers, but this one doesn't shake, it stays smooth so you can focus on the gameplay. Your car will seat up to 4 racers where you'll each have your own steering wheel and your own set of augmented reality goggles. It's a plastic shield you'll wear in front of your face that will add holograms to the real environment. So here's how you win. By the end of the ride, you each need to collect 100 coins or more. There's 2 ways to get coins. Firstly, anytime an arrow pops up on your goggles, you just turn your wheel in that direction. Simple as that. Leave a turn, the longer you turn it, the more coins you milk from the trip. The second way you get coins is by throwing shells at Team Bowser. You aim at your face. Wherever you're looking, push the buttons on your wheel, that's where your shell will fly. Score 100 by the end and bring home the Golden Cup. To get to the race, we're going through Yoshi's Island. But it's kind of remixed since it's nighttime. All these cool lighting, lasers.
Everybody say, hi, Bats! Love that guy, one of my best friends. He's training all you folks. And over here we got Seth. Everyone say, hi, Seth! Are you done? That was nice, man. That was good. All right, we're going to try something a little different. When I do this, give me a yeah! Yeah! Guys, I believe in you. Someone better know. That's great, Seth. Get it right, man. get him back? You saw what he just did, right? Come here. You're gonna spray him right in his face. Come on, buddy. Let's get him right in the face.
Get him!
1, 2, 3. Yeah! Don't pick on my crew. All right. I need a big guy. Come here. Picking on kids. Let's get him back. 1, 2, 3. All right. Let's give a round of applause to our heroes.
The future. The polar ice caps have melted, and the continents are deep beneath the waves. The survivors live on these floating fortresses known as atolls in this place called Waterworld. Brave explorers voyage in search of the legend of dry land, the last remaining on the planet. But the Deacon, maniacal leader of a group of evil raiders called Smokers, is determined to find dry land first. He's ensured that no explorer has ever returned until now.
Matt, what do you got?
It's a woman! It looks like... It's Helen!
Turn signal. Okay! So good to see you alive. Where have you been?
Feast your eyes on this.
This is pure dirt. How did you come by this?
I've been to dry land.
Dry land is in there.
No, it's not a myth. I've been there.
Smokers in the distance!
Battle stations! Matt, send him on! Helen, I need you in that tower. Go!
Incoming from the south!
Right to the wall.
Over the bridge! Matt, get up there and lock it down!
You got what it takes.
Go back around!
Where do you think you're going? Signal the Deacon!
Hi, I'm Tiger Woods. You know that ball would have gone even further if that kid not distracted me? No, never mind. You might actually need these people. Here, bag this. Brothers and sisters! Desolate children, you poor lost souls on this floating piece of sheet metal.
You'll never find dry land, Deacon. I won't let you.
Oh no.
Neither will the Mariner.
The Mariner? You mean the half-man, half-fish boyfriend of yours, the one that poked out my eye? Yeah! Is that who you're talking about? You're gonna tell me the way to dry land, Helen, or you're next!
Jet ski are approaching at high speed!
Excuse me just a moment. Then shoot him, Chuck!
He's gone!
Be gone? On where?
He's gone under the water!
Mariner. That's the Mariner! He's in the water, boys! Shoot him! Just stand there, Now, she's getting away. Helen, what are you doing with the fish, boy? He's not your kind. I don't think he has a kind. Let's fillet the flounder! Chuck? All right, Mariner! Just you and me now, man, against fish. Bring it on! Using Chuck as a shield? I never liked Chuck. Winner! Okay, thank you. Enough games, Helen. Just show me the way. You! It's deep, honey. No! Go back, Helen. We do have a plane to catch. Here, fishy, fishy, fishy. Time to decide the fate of the new world. Does it belong to man or fish? You just hit my seaplane. Hero. Cool, catch it. You just crashed my seaplane. Nevertheless, I've got your woman, and I've killed all your friends. So who's gonna stop me now, hero? You! I don't think so. You don't even have a leg to stand on. No! Yes, I, Deacon of Waterworld, celebrate the birth of a new nation. Dry land is my destiny.
Hey, Deacon!
Hey, what? You! I'm taking you with me!
Hurry! This place is gonna blow!
And so the Deacon's threat has ended, and civilization may start anew on dry land, while the mariner rules the 4 points of the compass on the endless seas of Waterworld.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us today and watching our show.
Your child in between you and Blue. Has today been that rough? You were also closer to the exit. Nice work, you two. Have a good time. Easy. Miguel, easy. Pretty sure after this one we might want to hold it for just a second.
Well, dear, you're finally able to eat at Toadstool Cafe.
Yeah.
Even though we could have done it at Epic, you wanted to wait till we were out here.
I skipped kept it at Epic because I said I wanted to wait for this to be something special at Hollywood. So here we are. We got a really cool moon-shaped booth here. We got like a nice view of the warp pipe. It's really cool. I like it.
What'd you think of Waterworld?
Waterworld was really good. If you can watch that show while it... there's rumors that it's going away, so if you have the chance to watch it, please go see it. It was excellent. I was like, I cannot miss Waterworld. It was everything and more that I hoped for. So I saw a lot of people's videos and it lived up to my expectations. Did you like it?
It was good.
Yeah.
I thought it was a wonderful show.
I loved it.
This is the weirdest farm utensils I've ever seen. I mean, granted, you want to keep with the theming, but we got a wooden fork, spoon, and a knife. Wooden utensils.
I don't know, I hope I don't get any splinters because I'm not used to that.
Finally, the food has arrived. So I got the Mario mushroom burger. We got the tiramisu, the garlic knots. Angie went with the Firefly spaghetti meatballs, and then we got
Peach's cupcake.
the Princess's cupcake. So
I'm hungry.
I hope you're hungry. Yes.
Oh yeah, I am.
Okay, dear. Just got done eating our smorgasbord here at Toadstool Cafe in Super Nintendo World at Universal Studios Hollywood. You waited. You didn't want to do it in Florida. You waited to do it here. And your opinion?
One and done. No offense. Well, okay, let's see. I would give the children's spaghetti a chance, but as you can see, there's quite a bit left on my plate because holy spice. If the menu has a little chili pepper next to it, it says it's spicy, and the person taking your order tells you, just so you know, that it has a little bit of spice to it. It's got some spice. I couldn't even eat it. I scraped the sauce off of my meatballs. The meatballs were very good though. The knots were good. The tiramisu, I do recommend the tiramisu. Peach's cupcake was good, but it was like mostly, I swear, frosting that was stacked up like this high. Which I'm a frosting girly, but like even for me that was a little much. But I mean, if I did try it again, I would probably try something else. Maybe like the chicken salad or something. How was your burger?
It was good. Had mushrooms on the top, even though I'm not a mushroom fan. I couldn't taste them myself.
Okay, I wondered because you didn't offer me any of those mushrooms. Usually you'll scrape them off and say, here, eat these.
Right. I mean, it was a thick burger.
It was.
But it was good.
How was the fries?
The fries were cold.
Yeah, he left most of his fries
so
there.
they've been sitting there for a while.
Uh-huh.
The tiramisu, excellent. The best thing that we've had so far today.
Yes, seriously.
I would get that 100 times over.
I would come in here just for a drink and that tiramisu, honestly.
Exactly.
And maybe garlic knots. There you go, a little
the knots
snacky.
were good. Yeah, the cupcake, it's a novelty, Instagrammable thing.
Yeah, and just so you know, it does have a filling. It was raspberry, so I didn't know there was a filling. I guess I didn't read the menu very well, but it's like a funfetti cake, raspberry filling, and buttercream frosting. And then it had a little chocolate crown on the top, which was cute. It was chocolate, so it, you know, I thought it was plastic, but I bit it anyway, and it was chocolate, so it worked out.
All right, we are done with Universal Studios Hollywood. VIP check in the books.
Yeah.
It was a fun time visiting this park for 2 days.
It was nice.
RIP on Sunday and VIP today.
Zan. Zan the man.
Right. If you ever come out here to do VIP, ask for him. Excellent.
He was very good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Excellent tour guide and everything.
Doing his 10 years, he said. So
Yep. And he was
knows
all
his
dressed
stuff.
up. Yeah. He was dressed to the nines
He was
today.
the fanciest dude in the park.
Exactly. But yeah, if you come out here for VIP, ask for Zan. Everything as far as for the whole VIP experience was wonderful.
Yeah.
The food was pretty much the same that we had at RIP, except they had real plates and real silverware
Yeah.
and glasses for the drinks.
Very similar. And the bar was closed for that, but whereas RIP, the bar was open if you wanted to buy a drink. So.
Or you could just go out to Mulligan's, get a beer, and then bring it back.
Bring it back in. So.
You can do that. But overall, it was wonderful. It was a good experience. And the Backlot tour, especially the VIP version of it,
Oh,
excellent.
it was phenomenal. Yeah, I enjoyed that a lot. I think that was my favorite part of the day.
Especially the Jaws thing. At least, hey, they have that here.
Bruce is still alive.
They don't
here.
have that in Orlando.
Right.
So that was fun. But that's going to do it for us today. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up because it helps with YouTube's algorithm. Don't forget to comment down below and subscribe. And until next time, we will see you at the next hairstyle.
Bye.